everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Monday Morning Coach Show. Of course, we have the awesome Mr. DJ85 jumping in the house. I appreciate you jumping in. And, oh man, he's always got a jab at these old Cowboys. And he's talking about Jerry Jones today, that the Cowboys will be in the Super Bowl next season. Oh, dude. That's all we had to hear. That's all we had to hear was, Oh, man. That's all we had to hear, Daniel. So, yeah, next year is their year. It's the Cowboys' year next year.
They got enough draft picks next year, so we'll see.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty interesting, but I appreciate you joining, Daniel. Me and Daniel are going to the Avalanche game on New Year's Eve. So that's going to be pretty cool. I went like 2 years in a row so far with my nephew. So I'm going with Daniel. Daniel bought tickets to Metallica, so I'm buying tickets to the Avs. So we're kind of going back and forth. I think next Daniel will be buying AC/DC tickets next year or something. But we'll figure it out.
AC/DC, baby. I love AC/DC.
Yeah, we got Sabaton coming up. That might be cool. But we'll check it out. And so it's a lot of fun doing this show. Like I say, means a lot for guys like Daniel to jump in, and I didn't want to bring this up. Probably shouldn't bring this up live, But yeah, we're gonna put some respect on the best team in the NHL because they're stomping those old Stars down there right now.
They're playing the Stars tonight.
No, it's just a record. Like we're like number one in the NHL right now, but I think we only have 2 regulation losses so far this whole year. But
yeah, y'all are 4 points or something like that, 6 points ahead of Dallas. I think Dallas has the second best record, don't they?
Yeah, they're up there too. So they're power ranked pretty similar, but. One of the things that is, I didn't want to bring this up here, but turns out that Daniel's doing like some underground right now. So actually, he is a glorified ditch digger at this point. So they're doing a data center, and I didn't want to bring this up. Didn't want to bring this up, but he is just a glorified ditch digger at this point. So don't need to know too much code when you're doing a 6-inch duck bank, but. We'll see. I mean, they're doing some big stuff. Like when he sent me pictures, I was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "That's a big boy work there." So
yeah, Jeremy really looks down on him.
Yeah, he does. So we'll see. We're gonna reach out to Chad German, try to get him on and stuff. And he says he's working on getting it on his calendar and stuff like that. But we're gonna have like some more guests for our Thursday show. There's no Thursday show this week, but. It's a lot of fun to do football, electrical code, talk with the trade and everything like that. But probably the first thing, we had somebody come by and give us a little message, It's a
first down. Good throw.
Oh, wait. Where was it?
Broncos country, let's ride.
There it is.
Broncos country, let's ride.
Doesn't count. Yeah, Doesn't count. You messed it up. You already
Broncos
messed it up.
country, let's ride, baby. Hey, dude, I can give myself the music. You know what I mean? Like, dude, Daniel was like, "You have to have the music in there." I'm like, "All right, music is in just for you, Daniel." So I'll give myself the music. I don't mind. As long as the Cowboys take it and the Broncos are number one, win the AFC West. Win the AFC West. That's so awesome.
I did something on Christmas Day I probably hadn't done in 20, 25 years. I played on a PS5, brand new one. My grandson got it, and I got him 4 games. He wanted me to play. I hadn't seen all those new graphics and everything, but I got in this Spider-Man game. It took me a while to get used to using the controls and flying down the buildings and everything. It was actually pretty cool. I was like, no. I got so much going on, but once I get everything done, I may have to look at getting me a PS5 one day.
Yeah. Dude, I really like the flight simulator, like air combat. But, yeah, I would agree with that, Daniel.
That's a bunch of crap. You win 13 games, you ain't mediocre.
Yeah.
You get all these pundits out here, they talk a bunch of smack about teams, and I don't think that's right. I mean, give the team its due and its respect. I mean, 13 games is
Broncos country, let's ride.
That's a bunch of crap.
Broncos country, let's ride.
Dude, we paid Russell $100 million for that soundbite right there. So, that's a valuable soundbite. What did you think of the meme this week? Did you see it?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and cue it up.
All right. I thought that was funny because I didn't even realize that she's like 1-1 in Super Bowls. So into one they won, and then into one they lost. So
poor Taylor.
Yeah, so will not be attending the Super Bowl this year. I guess.
Guess what? I won't be either.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to have that choice, if you wanted to or not,
but I guess if I was up in a suite, it'd be all right, But otherwise, I'd just much rather be home drinking beer and eating the food, getting up when I want. I don't have to worry about missing anything, hanging out with my buds and talking smack. I'd much prefer that than, But now, if I was going with a whole bunch of guys and we're going to go out there, party, have a good time, that's a different thing. I might be interested in that.
Well, if there's ever a Broncos-Cowboys Super Bowl, man, I'm buying. I'll get us over there for Broncos-Cowboys Super Bowl.
I'm going when the Cowboys go next Super Bowl. I'm going next year, apparently.
Oh!
There we go. It ties right in, baby.
All right. You got the crowd on that one, so you got the comment of the night there. But
I had to end the new year right.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, they always say that the Cowboys, it's next year is their year. So, dude, if it come from Jerry Jones, he doesn't lie. So
if I was watching them play the other day, I was like, I want them to lose, but I was sitting there watching the game, and I was thinking against Washington. I was like, if they could just get some good cornerbacks and safeties, that team's going to be hard to beat because that's where they're getting beat. And I think a lot of it has to do with that Eberflus defense he's running. I think he's getting fired at the end of this year, but they got talent all over that place, man. I mean, they should be playing better than that, but I think they get a good cornerback, 2 safeties. I think they'll be fine. I was watching that one guy they got, Siobhan Ravel, number 34. He was a 3rd-round pick. People had him going in the 1st round last year, but he got hurt, and they kept him. And for his first time to be out there, that boy's playing some pretty good football, man. I was like, yeah. Get another cornerback out there and 2 safeties. Let's roll and see how good y'all do.
Yeah.
So.
No, 100%. And like I say, appreciate Daniel joining. And it's really so much fun to talk football. Daniel's actually joined me live before when King James couldn't be here, so appreciate that too, Daniel. We had a little hit and miss with different stuff. King James had thing he had going on. He couldn't be here, and I try to do it by myself. But like I say, the whole thing is that this is such a cool show, and I would probably be better at doing it myself, but I don't know college like you do, James. So I appreciate you.
Let's get that started then.
Bringing your college to the table. So let's check it out.
I got some cool stuff this week.
All right. It's time for King James's college breakdown and rankings.
You
And
know,
that's really cool too, because Daniel, he's got a 4-day weekend, so that's really cool, Daniel.
I'm looking forward to watching Texas play Michigan, but I think Texas is going to be playing. There's going to be a whole bunch of new faces on the field, and because they got two of their running backs that were playing last year are not going to be there. Their linebacker that's going to be a first round pick probably. Anthony Hill, he's not going to be there. Their guy that just won whatever award it was for the top safety, Michael Taft, he's not going to be there. Um, and there's a few others wasn't going to be there. I was like, man, there's going to be a lot of new faces. Oh, the cornerback, Manny Muhammad, starting quarterback. He'll probably be a first, second round pick. He won't be there. I mean, so you're going to see a lot of young guys out there learning on the fly. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun
Well,
watching them play.
big congrats to Mendoza for winning the Heisman. And
Yep.
that's kind of some stuff that we're going to be bringing to the table when it comes to like your guys' fantasy draft next year. Who you're going to be looking towards. Right now, it looks like King James is going through the college bracket. I think I'm 85%. I think I only got one wrong so far. So we had a pick 'em. We'll have to do it a little better next year because we didn't do the show when I was going to try to promote it. But
I was 100%. I picked the upset being Miami and A&M.
wow, that's good.
And
You just have
a
to
lot of
one
people
up
might
me.
not
You just
agree
have
with
to
this.
one up me on everything. No, I'm just kidding.
Looking at the next four games, I don't know why I just have this feeling, but it's going to be interesting. But I think Texas Tech's going to beat Oregon.
That's what I picked.
I don't know why, but Texas Tech. I mean, it depends on how they come out and play, but they got a pretty good defense, and Oregon's defense ain't that great, I don't think. And Texas Tech can put up some points. So, but Oregon has a high-powered offense. I think it's going to be a really high-scoring game. And then you got Alabama and Indiana. I'm picking Indiana.
Yeah, I did. I picked Indiana to win the whole natty. I don't know. I don't see Alabama having a strong enough team to get past them. Like, I think that's gonna be a low scoring game. I picked it to be like over under like around 20,
Yeah.
22 somewhere in there. And I just see Indiana just working them on defense and just not letting their offense get going.
I think that's going to be the key. Indiana's defense does good. If they do, I think Alabama's in for a long day.
Yeah. 100%.
And then you got Georgia and Ole Miss. I'm picking Georgia.
Yeah, you have to. Just seeing, like, Georgia has been strong all year. And didn't they meet in the regular season?
Yeah, Georgia beat them.
Yeah.
Ole Miss was beating them up to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was just, they just didn't have enough. It was just a slugfest. So.
And I think that's going to be the difference again.
Yeah, I agree.
And then you got Ohio State and Miami. I think Ohio State's going to win that pretty easily.
Yeah, Ohio State's just too strong of a team. Like, I mean, that was the only one I got wrong. But like I say, it's kind of weird because it's hard to pick upsets. So good job, congratulations on picking that upset because I would have thought A&M would have handled Miami, but you know,
A&M sucks.
yeah. You know, it's a Texas thing, but
it is.
like when we finally come back to our Thursday show, I will have a quiz, Texas quiz for you. So it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy, but it won't be about college football. It'll be about something else in Texas. But
all right. Well, we'll get back to the next week with the bracket updated and seeing what's going on from there. So
yeah. 100%.
And then I put together, these are the composite rating. I had to go through, look at all this and go through a composite of the top 20 uh, recruits coming out. And I didn't realize it until I started looking. I didn't realize Jared Curtis. Uh, he's a quarterback, and he's almost 6'4", 225, going to Vanderbilt. And I thought I read somewhere is uh, Pavo, is he going to be playing there again this year? Is he going in the portal? I hadn't figured that out yet. Maybe he's worried about that. I don't know.
Okay.
But and then one Texas really wanted was Lamar Brown. They got him as an athlete, but he's going to be a defensive lineman, I think. But this guy, I mean, he's 6'4", 285, and he is a freaking athlete. And you don't usually see guys that big classified as an athlete.
True.
And then, I mean, and of course he's going to LSU, and he's from Louisiana. And then you got Keyshawn Henderson, who's going to Houston. I was sort of surprised Texas didn't recruit him. I think he was out of Duncanville or DeSoto, one of those high schools. But he committed, and he's going to go to Houston. And
Nice.
maybe it's a good thing. I mean, look at Houston. Houston beat LSU in the
Yeah.
bowl.
That was a good game. I mean, there hasn't been that many great bowl games so far, and I think that the college football, I don't know what you call it, like the ranking system. Like, I think it needs to get like better as far as like trying to rank teams together.
Well, they got bow tie-ins for certain places within your conference, and that's how they get selected. But I
Right.
agree with you; they should just have better teams play. But it'd be interesting to see what they do. You know.
True.
Uh, then the next one, number 4, is Jackson Cantwell. Texas was actually trying to recruit. Everybody was actually, but apparently he got a big NIL package from Miami,
Nice.
and he's the top offensive tackle. Then Zion Ely, he's an edge. He's almost 6'4", 220. He committed to Maryland. Then you got Carter Meadows, which is another edge. Great length on this guy. I mean, he's 6'6", 225, going to Michigan.
Wow.
That's a good sized boy. I figure
Yeah.
by the time he finishes his Michigan career, he'll be 6'6", probably around 260.
Right.
He'll be a big boy.
True.
And another quarterback going to Tennessee is Faison Brandon. Don't know much about him. I hadn't checked on him, but he's almost 6'4", 200. Now this is interesting. So they've got composite of these two quarterbacks ahead of Diabell, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But the next one is Savion Hitter. He went to Michigan. I definitely know about this running back because he's being recruited by everybody, and even Texas tried recruiting Savion Hitter.
Right.
He was one, but Texas ended up getting the running back out of Florida. Trying to think of Derek Cooper.
Okay.
He's another top running back. He's in the top 50, but I don't think he might have made top 20. I don't remember. Then you got Diabell, the QB with Texas, and he's like almost 6'3", 215, but he's the son of Raja Bell, who used to play pro basketball. He actually played for the Mavericks,
Oh, okay.
and good player. And he also has another son that is a top basketball player, and I think he's got 2 more years before he comes out. But Diabell, they have every year. They have this last year they had the quarterback camp that they do. I was trying to remember the name of that. They do it, I think, in California. It's for the elite quarterbacks to come in, and they basically compete, make all these throws. They go through all these different drills and stuff. Anyway, Diabell won it over those 2 guys
Okay.
that were listed ahead of him. Now, another one I really wanted Texas to get this guy, wide receiver, Chris Henry Jr. He's 6'5", 205. He's out of California. He went to Ohio State. There, when Ohio State lost their offensive coordinator, there were a lot of teams made a push to try to get him to reconsider, and he actually reconsidered, but he eventually stuck with Ohio State. And
So
this
are
guy is a full athlete.
so are all these red shirt? Are these all like freshmen coming in?
Yeah, these all be freshmen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get to the portal in a minute.
Okay.
And then you go in and you look at.
So basically, you're saying that he would be like the backup to Arch Manning for Texas, or do they
Well, it
have
depends because
another?
last year they got AJ Lacey or KJ Lacey out of, I think he is out of Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, or Florida, one of those.
Gotcha.
He's a top flight quarterback too, so
Okay.
he'll be coming in behind him. But they both know they'll be sitting behind Arch Manning next year, so
Nice.
they'll probably be fighting out the next year who will be the starter.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Then the other guy, number 11, is Tristan Keys. He's a wide receiver. He's almost 6'4", 225. He was committed, if I'm not mistaken, he was committed to LSU and switched at the last minute. I think Tennessee gave him a bag, and he went to Tennessee, got a better NIL offer, I guess.
Okay.
Then Notre Dame got a really good edge, and Rodney Dunham. He's 6'4", 285. And as you look at this, the thing that gets me is when you think the top 20, it's mainly going to consist of Ohio State, Notre Dame, Alabama, Texas, Georgia, all them. And if you go back and look, you're seeing that's not exactly true. Because you got Vanderbilt, you got LSU, Houston in there, you got Miami, Maryland, and then you start picking up the blue bloods.
You
Michigan,
never know
Tennessee, Ohio State, all of them.
You never know though. Jared Curtis could just all of a sudden change Ohio State at the last minute. Just if they win the Natty. So
Well, you
we'll
never
see.
know.
Yeah.
I do know that Texas, they actually offered a bag, good NIL to Felix Ojo. That I didn't change that. Apparently, he's not 6'3", 185. He's a good offensive tackle. Texas Tech offered him a bag. He went there.
Okay.
So, Xavier Crowell, I do know Texas. See, I got those backwards right there. That's what I did. He ended up going to Alabama, and I know Texas was going after him also.
Okay.
So, he's a top running back. The three top running backs, if I'm not mistaken, is Hitton, Crowell, and the guy out of Florida that Texas just got too. So, but when it comes to running back, those guys, you really never know which one's going to be the best.
True.
If you're a top 5 running back, you're usually pretty good, and then there's a lot of them that come out all of a
so
sudden.
you're saying you got their size backwards?
Yeah, the size backwards.
Because I was like, man, a 325-pound running back.
Yeah.
Bro,
I was doing this so fast trying to get everything together.
It's all good. No, I mean, it's so awesome. Like, you put together so much good information, and like, this is gonna be awesome for us. Like, picking these guys up on waivers here in 2 years. Here in 2027 or 2028, we'll be picking these guys up on waivers in fantasy football.
Well,
And
I think it's
we'll
pretty
already know their
interesting.
names.
When you get in, you start looking at it. You start seeing Tech's got 2 of them here. They got an offensive tackle on the edge, and then you see Oregon finally pop up. And last year they got a great receiver last year. Texas was trying to get him, but you'll see Alabama's got 2 here, and then you come back here and you'll see Alabama doesn't have any. And that's what I say is you start looking at what is a composite 220. If you got 2 or 3 in there, you got a good recruiting class. And
True.
You'll see Texas has 2, Oregon has 2, Alabama has 2, Texas Tech has 2, and then there's Notre Dame with 1. but they don't have another. But you look, Tennessee's got two here,
Yeah.
and Michigan's got two. And the thing that surprised me as I was going through this, Ohio State didn't have two.
Yeah.
But they got a hell of a recruiting class. I think they got the number one recruiting class.
True. And
That
you're gonna look at one of the things that's really awesome about you guys out there, that the way we're doing this podcast, we don't have like trolls coming in and being like, you show me proof that running back is 325 pounds.
That's right.
It's a lot of fun to do this, but that means a lot. Like the way you have that set up, that we can see this straight up as what you have going on. And what is this, like, more recruiting class?
This here is the top portal players.
Oh, all right.
And if you look at this, you got Cam Coleman that just announced. He's a wide receiver out of Auburn.
Okay.
And word I was listening to today is that some are saying he was offered $2 million to stay at Auburn. He ain't staying.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's the rumor going around.
Okay.
I think this is going to come down to a battle between A&M and Texas and maybe Oklahoma.
Nice.
And I said this before. I keep up with Texas pretty religiously, and they put a bunch. They kept a lot of money back for the portal. So I'm sort of curious to see who's going to do what here, and where these players are going to be. The thing, I'll tell you what got me more than anything when I started looking at the top 10 is 5 of the top 10 that they had are QBs.
True.
That's something right there. And I'll tell you another thing that's interesting. I started looking at this. 2 of the top 5 players are from the University of North Texas.
Wow.
And that's the quarterback Drew Messmaker and the freshman phenom that nobody recruited, Caleb Hawkins, the running back. And there's because the University of North Texas coach, he just took the job, I think it's Oklahoma State. I have a feeling some of those University of North Texas players, I think they're going to Oklahoma State.
I mean, I would. Wasn't that where Barry Sanders is out of?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. I think it's going to be really interesting to see just exactly where they go. But I also heard that the other backup running backs from UNT went into the portal too.
Wow.
So UNT's going to be hurting next year.
Yeah.
And he had built that program up. So I think that's going to be interesting. And then the number one, and I think it's interesting because I saw this Sam Leavitt, the Arizona State quarterback that's in the portal. I'm sort of curious where some of these quarterbacks are going to go, because another good quarterback, I think is going to be a good quarterback myself, is Rylan Raiola from Nebraska. I think he just didn't have anything, and that guy can really throw the ball. But another guy that's not in this top 10 that I thought was very interesting was the guy from Florida, their quarterback.
Are you talking about South Florida?
The quarterback from Florida.
Just Florida, the Gators?
Yeah, the Florida Gators. DJ Lagway. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
DJ Lagway is not listed in the top 10. And then I also saw they had their receiver, Dallas Wilson, go in. He's not even in the top 10 prospects that are there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'll tell you one, if I was Texas or any Georgia, any of them, I might be interested in is that Mateen Ibarogba, 6'4", 290 from Wake Forest, that defensive lineman.
Yeah.
I think,
and, dude, you cannot doubt anything when you go, like, from defensive linemen, like that's gonna be like shoring up like your defensive line,
Yeah.
and that is a really good position. But also, you get a cornerback, like there's gonna be a lot of teams looking for cornerback. So I could see John Tez Williams being like in the first rounder. Um,
I
you
think
know,
it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. There were a couple of schools, and I was thinking, well, I know he ain't going to Texas because they got an embarrassment of riches at the cornerback position, and I don't think he'd go there. I mean, he'd have to, and then again, he might. I don't know
so
where he
so
would go, but
is he like a sophomore now?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's a sophomore.
Gotcha.
But
So
there's
next year he'd be a senior.
Yeah, what I'm going to do with this is the portal opens on January 2nd.
Okay.
So you're going to start seeing a lot of these portal players making decisions pretty quick. I think some already know where they're going.
Yeah.
They all got agents and stuff now, but uh, what we'll probably do is probably wait another week because
Okay.
it's usually going to take them 2 weeks or so. And we're going to come back and revisit this. And what I'm going to do is uh, I'll probably do a few top teams, players that they took, probably do like 4 a week.
It'd be
And
kind of cool, like if you color coded them for like who's like red shirt freshman, who's like you know second
oh,
year.
I will do all that, the years left and all of that when I
Yeah,
get to it. I was just bringing these up right now for people to be sort of familiar with
dude,
some of the
I
top.
freaking love it. Like being a fantasy guru, like I am, but I lost the championship game, so
Well, I'll tell
unless
you,
unless Colby Parkinson gets like 100 points tonight, then I'm screwed. But
now the thing to remember about this, and I'll probably have another top 10 next week, and I'll tell you why. Because there's going to be teams that are going to lose this week in the playoffs. And
yeah,
I have a feeling even on some of them teams, there may be some people that move.
yeah.
I mean, that's just how college football is today.
Yeah,
And
and that's what's really cool. That's why I really want to kind of build this because we're actually targeting your fantasy football knowledge from the root of where you're gonna find these players. Um, it was funny. Woody Marks came in, and so I heard right away in fantasy football that who was the running back for the Texans? Can't remember. But like it's been so long since I actually heard his name. But anyway, they had the running back from the Texans, and he was good. Like he was a good fantasy asset last year.
mhm,
And then I heard that he was like gonna be out with like a foot injury or ankle injury or something, pretty much season ending.
yeah,
And so I was like, oh man, I'm gonna draft Woody Marks. And Woody Marks has done good. He's done good for my fantasy.
yeah,
And so that's the kind of thing that we can kind of help you guys when it comes to like building your fantasy is you're going to have these players that are fresh, new, nobody's heard about them, and then you can just drop them right in your fantasy and you're not actually starting them right away, which a lot of people are like, I'm not drafting that guy, because he's not startable. But they're kind of like sleepers, Like
sure,
you look what happened with Junkins. Junkins he was like the best guy you can get at the start of fantasy, and everyone's getting Junkins, and then he was maybe gonna get suspended, and so I started Sampson for like first part of the year, and he did great, and then next thing you know, Junkins came in, and he did pretty good, but now all of a sudden he's injured again. Now everyone's going back to second string third string, and so then you're going back to like Rocket Sanders, and you're going back to Sampson again, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Sampson had a very great day, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to tie in this whole how the fantasy connects with these recruits and with these prospects and all this different stuff. If they're doing really good in college, then there's a chance they could do good in NFL. So you don't really have to start them in NFL fantasy, but you just grab them, stash them on your bench. We have a rookie draft in our dynasty, and what's cool is I can go like if I get Mendoza, I would take Mendoza, but I don't know if Mendoza is going to be that great.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, you ready for your NFL stuff?
Let's do it.
Now it's time for Willie's NFL Breakdown, Power Rankings, and Fantasy.
All right.
I did something for you on this that I forgot to show you, but I think you'll
Okay.
enjoy this breakdown.
All right. Oh, all right. Playoff.
Well,
you say playoffs?
They had in here, and y'all can go check this on ESPN. I just sort of pulled it over so you could see it.
Oh, you stole it from ESPN. Okay.
Well,
I was just telling you what the haters would say.
Oh well, they did a pretty cool because a lot of people don't look over at different things. Give them a shout out because they did. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they really come in and they told you 100% who was going to make the playoffs and win their division and earn the number one seed and
Nice.
and all of that. I thought, that's actually a pretty freaking good deal, and I may start doing ones like this, set my own thing up.
Nice.
Because
Yeah, that's kind of what I really wanted to cover this week was just who actually is number one. Broncos. Boom. But
they're 100% to make the playoffs, 100% to win their division, and 56.2% to earn the number one seed.
yes, sir. I like it.
So, but it's interesting because when you look at it, they're showing there's still going to be played, and they're showing the Buccaneers and Panthers, and the percentage there of making the playoffs and winning their division, and it's naturally the same, but you got the Buccaneers and Panthers still to make a decision on, and then you got the Ravens and Steelers in the AFC. But
that's gonna be a gang fight. Like that is just.
I know. As I'm saying, that either one of those can be game. Actually, those should be 2 games of the week next week.
Yeah, I'll. And the thing is, like, you can influence me a little bit too on that, and be like, dude, this is game of the week. But like this week, I just picked like the national game of the week. But the thing is, like, the national game of the week to me was just. That was the game of the week, but
yeah.
I really love that. I like how that's put together, and that's what I wanted to do, kind of have like a matrix where we kind of go over every week how these power rankings are kind of shifting around, and doesn't really matter what happens in the regular season. If we have a whole nether season that just starts over after week 18.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why I want to focus on that so hard. Was to kind of show, like, who cares about the regular season? Nobody cares. It cares what happens in the playoffs. If the Broncos get the number one seed and they have home field advantage, that's going to be huge. And we just had breaking news today that Herbert is not going to play for the Chargers against the Broncos. So he's out. They already listed him as out on fantasy.
That should put y'all right there.
I mean, if I was still playing, like, I don't think I have any fantasy matchups. I would play Bo Nix over Herbert, but on my dynasty, I'm definitely keeping Herbert. Like he's like QB number 3 on the year. So, like I say, we will use this kind of format in the future, and I really appreciate you kind of putting this together, James. It makes it real easy to see like who's on the bubble, who's because that's kind of why I sent you like what I sent you.
Yeah, when I saw it and then I saw this, I was like, "Oh hell, I like that. That's pretty cool." A lot of times you get ideas from different things. Even when I'm developing, the online training and stuff for electrical, I
Oh,
come up
dude,
with different things people come up with.
dude, you know what's weird? I don't even see the Cowboys on there. Are they even in there?
Nope.
Oh, dang it! All right, well, next year is their year to win the Super Bowl. So
That gives everybody a good breakdown of there. And then you've got your game of the week, which
all right, so
was Philadelphia and Buffalo.
yeah, so I got some audio. Just let me know if there's something you hear you want to stop or something. You know the gig. We'll roll it.
It's a first down. Good throw that time, and it's Cooks. 4th and 10. Pressure. Allen gets rid of it. It's caught. Little slip for a first down. Oh, beauty to Johnson. Oh, was that sweet shit.
So I don't know if the audio did that service, but what they did was a little bit of a hook and ladder. So they threw it, he caught it, and then threw it back, and it was a little hook and ladder play there.
Rivers caught it, flipped it to Ty Johnson, and the Bills are alive.
Great seeing him come up with that type of play in this game.
Ray Davis in the backfield. 33 seconds ago, it's Allen. Looking. In trouble. Allen stays alive. Turns it upfield, and he's inside the 5. And the Bills, I'm sure, will call a timeout, and they do.
Oh my God.
3rd and goal. Allen, blitz, picked up, throws, caught, knocks, in, touchdown, Bills! Now let's see what's he in.
Yeah, right there on the catch to Knox. Traffic.
So I don't know if everyone saw that play, but he actually did not cross the plane. Like his arm was down or something.
It was his wrist had held it under, and his wrist did. He didn't have his hand out. His wrist was cupped underneath, and that's what caused him to be down.
True, that was the part that didn't cross the plane.
He's short. Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. Obviously, every score is looked at, but Dean Blandino, it looks pretty obvious that he's short. Here it is. Allen is shoved over and touchdown, Buffalo.
So, like, when Allen went in, he did, like, the tush push. He actually jumped, like, really high. Like, he had the ball. Like, you knew. Like, that was
Yeah,
100%.
he was definitely in.
Clearly in. The little push. Gilliam coming in from behind. Another rushing touchdown.
Allen looking to throw. Pressure throws. Incomplete. Don't see a flag. Eagles going to hold on. High bounce. Right into the arms of Goddard. That'll do it.
That's it.
So, basically, they tried to do the onside kick. Dallas Goedert grabbed it, and it was game over. Obviously, that was a pass that Josh Allen wants back because he had a guy wide open in the end zone, and he threw it not even close.
It's like he almost threw it in the ground.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But we will go to, let's see. Oh, yeah, he did pretty much throw it in the ground. But we'll go to, what is it, final countdown, or do you want to break this down?
Yeah, I'll break it down. When I was actually looking at this game, and not looking at watching the game and everything,
Yeah.
Buffalo did move the ball, and they had it almost 11 minutes longer than Philadelphia. I didn't think Philadelphia played that great at all, and Buffalo had their chances. They just couldn't do it. I don't know what to say. They literally had their chances. You know, there was a fumble by Josh Allen they got, you know, but when you actually go and you look at, because, and I get it, it was freaking cold up there. I mean,
well, yeah, there was a few like fumbles that they got back and stuff like that.
yeah, it was just it's just one of them games. It just, you know, I thought Buffalo might come back win. I was actually surprised they just didn't go to overtime.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they said they didn't trust their kicker, and then they like went for 2, and then they didn't get it.
Yeah, it was just one of them games, and you know, the thing that I will say that Philadelphia did good is, and they did quite a bit of it, is they did get 5 sacks and 7 tackles for loss, and they did it at the opportune moments they needed to do it. That's the key right there.
Did you see that the Cleveland Steelers game where Myles Garrett was like going for the sack record, and he was like gonna get it against Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers like, no, you're not.
Yeah,
and like the whole game, he was just like, no, you're not getting sacked against me. And he just like,
I'm not going down in that record book.
Yeah, they basically game planned like around that, and he was right. Like there was one where he had him like dead to rights, and Rodgers threw it, and they were both just like smiling at each other, like, oh yeah, that wasn't it. You know, but he didn't get it. He didn't get the sack record, but I guarantee he'll probably get it next week. You know, but
he's going to end up getting it.
Yeah.
So this isn't going to be against.
Yeah. Not be Rodgers. I thought that was pretty funny.
I freaking love it. I mean, you know, I ended up putting my name in the record book as the last one.
He's like, I'm gonna have it blowed up on my wall, and Aaron Rodgers is like, no, you aren't. Like, that was pretty funny, and then he did like, and so it just kind of shows that experience, you know, like that's the one thing I always say about a lot of these different teams, a lot of these different quarterbacks, a lot of these different players. When you have experience in the league, if you ask me, Rodgers is one of the elite quarterbacks ever to play the game.
I think so too.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of things to hate about Rodgers. You know, there's a lot of things that I don't like about what he does. You know, he doesn't have any weapons now. Like, I mean, he was complaining like the whole game, but at the same time, like when you look at it, he is gonna be in Canton. He is gonna be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He is gonna be nominated at some point.
Oh,
He's
sure he is.
He's going to Hall of Fame, and there's gonna be, you know, probably that being in there where, you know, hey, here's me smiling at Myles Garrett, like you didn't get a sack record against me, but he didn't really have that great of an offensive lineman setup. He didn't have really that many weapons. Like Aaron Rodgers was very limited, you know, and it was pretty sad that they got beat by the Browns. But the Browns that was their number one thing, was we're Steeler killers. And they did. They killed the Steelers. So, you know, like I say, that was not the final countdown, but this one is the final countdown.
Kick it off.
Time for the final countdown of the week.
So hopefully I have this audio right. You never know. It might not be right.
It's Green Bay. Janae Walker is the man in motion on 3rd and goal. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Williams going to check it here off Manungai's hands, incomplete. And for a second, for a Chicago lead. And from 29 yards, the veteran 34-year-old right.
So right here, it was 35-35. Chicago kicked the field goal. Now it's 35-38. You know, you think, all right, cool. Chicago's got the lead. This is a total slugfest this whole time. So here we go. San Fran has the ball back.
On 3rd and 6, 5 in the pattern. Purdy trying to escape. Throws. It's caught by Tunges, who has the first down. He stopped, twisted away from T.J. Edwards.
So this made me really mad because I actually picked up Tonjes in my fantasy because I heard that Kittle might be injured, and I didn't start Tonjes. I started actually Ferguson. I totally forgot to do the Daniel J prediction of the night for Monday Night Football, but like I say, I picked Ferguson over. I picked who was it? The Rams tight end because Dante Adams is out. So I picked Ferguson over Tonjes, but Tonjes has a good game. Like he probably had like 20 fantasy points, so it's pretty good.
San Francisco 44, 3:14 to go. Wait to McCaffrey, come right back to him with some blocking. McCaffrey outside the number. There goes Christian McCaffrey inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Here, what's been happening? Use check in motion. Still Purdy with a clean pocket. It's complete. It's Juwan Jennings to the pylon. Touchdown! The Niners take the lead.
So this was really painful because those were two of my fantasy players. I traded CMC and I dropped Juwan Jennings in waivers because he wasn't doing nothing at the beginning of the year. So it was really painful. But now San Fran scores, takes the lead. I mean, all Chicago has to do is they have the 2-minute drill. So
there it is, Mike.
Should be able
You're
to
going to
drive
see
down.
these linebackers react down to Tonjes. Here's the dig I was talking about. They react up to that underneath route. It was a Tampa 2. The linebacker that time, Edwards, reacted up, left the hole that he was supposed to have covered in the middle of that defense, and there it goes. Unbelievable. Kyle Shanahan saw it. He saw exactly. Really needs some action from Bryce Huff here. He is the one edge rusher that could get it done for San Francisco.
Bottom of the screen, 47. He's contained. His pass is deflected. It's incomplete. Big hands of Alfred Collins getting up to bat it away. Rookie second-round pick out of Texas sets up second down. This is 3rd and 4 for Chicago. Williams escaping the pocket, taking off, running for the first down, getting to the sideline, and getting the first down. Burton and Walker, the receivers, top of the screen. Burton in motion. Here comes some pressure. It's out. George Burton stops on a dime. Turns forward for the first down. What a run by Burton. Just shy of the 30-yard line with exactly a minute left in regulation.
They're showing a zero blitz like they're bringing the house. And then drop out.
And Williams looking. He throws. It's caught. It's Loveland inside the 15 to the 13. They stay alive. 25 seconds left.
So this was really awesome because I had Loveland in fantasy, and Loveland's doing great. Like, he's doing great. He's catching them. All my fantasy players are doing great, but then all of a sudden I look over and the guy I'm playing has CMC, and CMC just crushed. So I actually lost, but this was really fun game, and right here I'm like, all right, Chicago's gonna score. It's gonna be game over. Let's see.
Out Chicago there last. Walker and DJ Moore top of the screen. Tight ends to the bottom. 2nd and 10. Williams goes underneath. It's a little pitch. It's Swift. He's got the first down, but he's short. There's 13 seconds left.
So this was another hook and ladder, almost the same exact side of the field, same exact play, where he catches it and then just flips it to Swift, and it was another hook and ladder. It was weird because I did the game of the week, and the Buffalo Bills did the same exact play in the same exact spot of the field. So I was like, I had to go back and look. I was like, did I do the same thing twice, And I had to go look because it was the same exact play, but that was pretty interesting.
4 seconds left, 2nd and goal. Here is Williams. He's got to throw it to the end zone. Clock has expired. Williams keeps the play alive. He's looking. He's got to get rid of it. Retreating, he throws. Incomplete. It's over. And the Niners have won.
And the final countdown hammer just freaking hit. The Bears and the Niners win. But, that's the whole thing, that the whole reason I wanted to do this was to show how close some of these games come down to, like that final wire. And if that would have been complete, the Bears would have won, and they would have won the final countdown, but they didn't. Nope. Not gonna win.
I'm so ready for Wednesday and Thursday. I want to watch football all day, both days. Yeah. It's gonna be some good games.
Yeah. And we'll bring you guys the best we can as far as, the result from it. Just let me know if you want me to, throw you together, some college parts. But it's really cool because I've been really, happy with the way this whole, the way I can set up, these audio files. And me and you can talk about them and everything. And just wait. I have, so many saved up for our electrical podcast that's just what? I mean, you're just going to be doing double takes, but it's really funny because all these guys come out to attack us, say our podcast sucks, all this stuff. And all we're trying to do is just make good content for you guys out there. Thanks so much, everyone, for subscribing. Dude, I'm telling you, I could not believe that we'd hit 500 subscribers this quick. All our groups on Facebook have been hitting 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. Just all we're trying to do is just throw our content out there and just get people to like it. Dude, people are stealing my posts and then reposting them. And it's really cool because it's my nephew, And I'm like, dude, right on, rock on, nephew. Thanks for stealing my post. That's cool, we like that. That's the best form of flattery, when people are taking your content, putting out there, it means a lot, and that's all really what Monday Morning Coach is all about, is just us coming out, trying to bring you guys the best content we can bring you, and just come live every week and just talk football, and we appreciate Daniel. I guarantee that me and Daniel are going to be looking forward to the Avalanche game on Wednesday. Hopefully, John Waite got tickets close to us or something so we can hang out. We can high five from a close section or something like that. We'll figure it out. But, like I say, the thing is, this is really cool for a bunch of sports people to just come together. If you want to check out really cool sports channels, check out the Rising Rhino channel and check out Dr. Delay on YouTube. They're the two coolest guys on there, and we have this little network where all of us just interact and everything like that, and we all hype each other, and it's really cool. I really like that. It means a lot. I don't know if they're really so hype on you there, King James. I talked to Adam, and he said he had to go to church.
He agreed with me.
I was like, dude, Adam, dude, you want to come on our show again? He's like, dude, I have church this week. And I was like, no, you don't. I was like, whatever. He's just avoiding King James. That's what it is. But I think it was because Adam like beat you so many times on the Willie quiz, and like maybe he just, maybe he's like embarrassed that he like whooped you so hard. Like all these people just want to like stay away from the Willie quiz. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, but the thing is that's so cool is like you're such a good sport. King James is a Texas Longhorns fan. He's a Dallas Cowboys fan. I am a Notre Dame Irish fan, and I am a Broncos fan. And the thing is, like, we don't shy away from who we root for, who we like, and we don't care what people think out there in the comments, if they hate it, love it, whatever. We don't care. We just love our teams, and we'll speak like our mind. And we both say this year on the college thing, bullshit. But that's like basically what it is when it comes down to college, and we think it was all a bunch of crap and rigged and everything else what everyone says about the Willie quiz. But
I'll say this: I have more respect for the people that stick up for their team than the ones that play both sides. You either like your team or you don't. That's the end of it. I don't want to hear any other crap from you.
Yeah, 100%. And like I say, I've been a Bronco fan through some pretty bad years, with bad quarterbacks and really bad play. And I stayed a Broncos fan, and I will stay a Broncos fan for life. I was born and raised Broncos fan, always be Broncos fan. And
That's
number one, oh man, we won the AFC West, dude, for the first time since 2015. And you know what happened the last time that we won the AFC West?
Won the Super Bowl, didn't you?
We won the Super Bowl, baby. So
We'll
see.
mistaken.
But I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl, or I'm not trying to bet anybody. I already won against the Raiders fans with the they wouldn't win 6 games. That was freaking awesome. That was the best bet I did all year. But it was really cool. And like I say, I don't have any hate for like the Raiders. Yeah, I do. Never mind. But like the whole thing is that there's one thing that is the problem with the Raiders. This is what it is. They're just always a clown show every year. But, like I say, it looks like the Raiders and the Giants, I think, are battling for the number one pick. So we'll see who they get. As far as from NFL, that's going to be like the biggest thing is, like if I would have went and picked up Cam Ward on fantasy, would that have helped me? Like maybe, I don't know. But the thing is, like in Dynasty, like I did a trade. I traded Cam Ward for Bo Nix or whatever. But the thing is that you have to like look at what we're trying to do here with this podcast. We're trying to like look ahead, help your dynasty, help all your different fantasy options to where you're gonna know those players when they're coming up. And I think if I get King James like a color code option where you could tell like these are all seniors that are getting ready to go to the NFL. Then when you go to your rookie draft for your dynasty, you're going to be able to see those players and be like, you know what? I really need a wide receiver on my team, and this is the guy. So we're going to try to put that together. I think King James, what you did was really awesome. Like, I love it. The way you put together that spreadsheet with, like, all the different, prospects and stuff.
And well, I'm gonna have something different set up as we get through the college season stuff because there's gonna be a lot to go over and get ready for the draft in April and all that. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, I would like to see you put together like a top, maybe fantasy, like all the seniors. Like you got Mendoza. Is Mendoza gonna be number one just because he's a Heisman Trophy winner? I don't know. Maybe there's a running back that sneaks in ahead of him, But we'll see. Like, I don't really think that 2026 draft class is going to be that great. Like, it's not been really hyped up that much as far as having, like, a lot of good, really good players. But Mendoza's a good story. I like him, but I don't know. We'll see. A lot of people are like, "Oh, we'll put Mendoza at the Raiders." I don't know if that's gonna really work out because it's the whole thing is like you look at like the leadership and everything that comes with like quarterbacks. Like maybe put Mendoza at a team like I don't know, say like Dallas, where like you have like Dak Prescott's gonna train him. Or you have like
Dallas won't be picking no quarterback. I can tell you now. They're
well, no,
they're going to be going for stuff on. I think it'd be interesting. There's a lot of choices, but then again, they got to sign some people just like other teams do, and that's something we'll get into. One of the things I want to do when we get to that point for the draft will start probably around February sometime, and just doing a team by team and put the top players at the position and what the team would be looking at possibly drafting.
Yeah, so like you look at like teams that need a quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe like Arizona, or maybe it's hard for me to say to like speculate like next year, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to say you get him behind a veteran quarterback. Like let's just say he goes to the Steelers and like learns from Aaron Rodgers for a couple weeks or for a month or for a few months, and then Aaron Rodgers retires. Like that would be awesome to have a rookie come in as a rookie quarterback, learn from like Aaron Rodgers, and then come in as like a rookie. He has a better chance. I almost think you have to be like trained like longer. Like maybe like for example like Indianapolis. Maybe like learn some tricks from Aaron Rodgers or not Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers, and learn some tricks from Phillip Rivers, and then Phillip Rivers doesn't have to start; he just has to train the rookie how to start, or whatever. It could be like some good situations coming up like that, where there's teams that need quarterbacks really bad, but I mean, I don't see Rivers going into next season. Like, dude, I drafted him in my dynasty. Because I was like, dude, Phillip Rivers coming back, whatever, and he's actually had good numbers, and to me, it's like, that's what fantasy is all about, is just having that guy that can get good numbers and not kill you every week,
Yep.
And Phillip Rivers didn't really kill me, so it is what it is, but I really appreciate everyone joining us. Thanks so much, Daniel. Look forward to Wednesday too. Like I say, me and Daniel are going to watch the Avalanche beat the St. Louis Blues. This would be the second time me and Daniel are going to watch the St. Louis Blues against the Avalanche. So the last time the Blues won. This time, I don't know. I hope they don't, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Bennington's starting and, we'll have a good day. But like I say, this has always been a really fun show for me. King James, thanks so much for putting everything together. I try to send you all the best I can, give you as far as from my side. And I really like you just stealing ESPN's little, graphic and not making your own. And,
didn't have time.
I'm just kidding. It was really cool, and like I say, I hope everyone loved this show. I gotta go watch some football.
I want to go eat too. I'm hungry.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Have a good one.
Yeah. Deuces.
Have a happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah, it's coming.